Hi, friends. It's been a while. I haven't been on camera with you in quite a few years, so I thought that I would throw on a little lipstick and mascara and hop on camera to just share with you in this regard. It's a pretty makeshift video I'm doing right now. My daughter is doing Zoom school behind this wall. They're doing music class right now, so you might hear some drumming or some singing in the background. And I'm literally just holding my phone. I don't even have it on like a tripod or anything like that, so it might be a little wibbly wobbly. So the production value of this video is going to not be quite what you might be used to from me in the past when I actually had a show. But but this is where we are, 2021. What are you gonna do? 2021. So Jaime Kalman Chipko here with Inspired Healing and Awareness, and I just wanted to drizzle a little Jaime magic on you today. And going by my full name for a change, I used to professionally just go by Jaime Kalman. But I've been living primarily as Jaime Chipko and Jaime Kalman Chipko as since my daughter was born 7 years ago. And so I just decided that, I'm going to just start using my full name again because that's who I feel like I am now. And I really like just bringing my personal life into my professional life because they're not compartmentalized, Everything that I ever teach my clients how to do is always something that I have done myself. And so I am always incorporating my personal journeys in my professional work. So why should it be any different with my name? And I just wanted to touch base with you today because I just came out of a funk. And let's just call it what it is. It was a depression. I've been feeling that I have been in a depression the past few weeks. Now, I will say that the difference between the depression I experienced this past month was very different than depressions I had years ago when I really struggled with depression, in my teens and 20s. This was different in that I was aware of what it was, that I just felt depressed. I felt depressed because we've been living a quarantine lifestyle for 10 months with a small child. My family is 3,000 miles away and I can't visit them and I have concerns about them. It's very difficult to work and conduct a Zoom school and keep a little safety pod of, socialized play for my daughter and make sure she is thriving under these crazy conditions. And, it's just a lot of juggling. And, everybody hits a breaking point where they just, they're just over it. And I definitely felt that. I felt like, when is this going to end? And I just also felt like in a holding pattern in my own life. And a big shift for me was just acknowledging how I felt and that it's okay. It makes sense. This was definitely like circumstantial depression. It was feeling depressed by conditions that are present in my life right now, but that, like everything, nothing is permanent. So, like everything, it will shift and change with time. But that I could be part of that process too in that shift. But the main thing that I realized I needed to start with was just accepting how I felt and that it's okay that I felt that way. But that I still, had a lot to do. I couldn't just sit and be depressed. I don't really have the luxury of that, So I had to make sure that I was still taking care of my family and my home and the work that I have in front of me and my work at the school. And there was just a lot that still needed to happen. And I couldn't check out. So I didn't check out. I did things that supported my nervous system. Like I stopped drinking as much caffeine. I went from having 3 to 4 cups of coffee a day to having only one in the morning, one small cup of coffee in the morning, and then herbal tea the rest of the day, water, maybe a liqueur at lunch if I'm lucky. And that really helped. And also, making sure that my schedule, that I'm always, that I have I like things that are handwritten. I don't love computer calendars. I'm very a tactile person, so for me, I use the old daily. Here, I've got one right here. I can show you. These, daily agenda book. I like hard copy calendars and day planners. I like things I can write in and cross things off. I like that experience. It lets me feel successful when I accomplish things. So part of what I did was I started to look at what can I do for myself that might help shift me out of this depression and at least to like a baseline level of peace. I don't need to be blissful right now, but I can be calm, I can be open, I can be flexible, I can be patient. So that was the other thing, was adjusting my expectations of myself and of my emotional states and of my goals. And going through my goals and realizing I do not have to accomplish 3 goals in a day. If I accomplish 1 in a day, that's great. Maybe I don't even accomplish the whole goal, but maybe I take a step towards it. That's enough. So, giving yourself permission to work with the parameters that you have around you and your goals and adjusting your expectations. It's really helpful to take some of that pressure off. The other thing that really helped was making sure that in my schedule, as I was creating a schedule for myself, that it gave me time for me. Because as a mother and a wife and a practitioner and a volunteer for my PTA, I'm on the executive board of our PTA this year, and it's a lot of work. And I have all these roles. I'm a daughter, I'm a daughter-in-law. I have all of these people in my life that I want to help take care of. And what I did not have in my calendar was any time for myself. And even the term self-care made me annoyed because I was like, oh, it's one more thing I'm failing at. Damn it, one more thing to feel guilty about. But one of the things that I love is to check in with myself and ask my feelings, what do you want me to know? What's really the message? Because every emotion that we feel is actually a message from our subconscious mind and our body directing us back to our peace if we're willing to listen to it. And so guilt, feeling guilty that I wasn't taking care of myself, well, I could sit there in the guilt and feel like crap, or I could say, okay, well, what is this guilt trying to show me? What does it want me to know? Well, guilt for me always wants me to be a good person. It worries about me not being a good person, so it gets on me if it feels like I'm not living up to my potential, or if I'm not being good or compassionate or sensitive or whatever. So it's not about being perfect. I can't be perfect. That can't be the goal. But I can strive for excellence, in my own evaluation. And so the guilt I had around not having self-care, I thought, okay, well, that's my body's way of letting me know that I do actually need some self-care. So I started waking up an hour earlier than I normally would, so that I would have quiet time before my daughter got up, so that I could meditate for 10 minutes, I could journal, I could, just have that time to get myself ready for the day. And it's such a simple step, but it's just something I resisted so much because I was like, no, I'm tired, I don't want to get up early. So just by building time into my schedule, to get up and enjoy that 1 cup of coffee I get to have a day, and my meditation in the morning, and just that quiet time to journal and get the day ready has been such a gift, because I just start the day out with this positive intention and this positive energy, and I'm supporting my body by not hurting myself by, revving myself up with artificial energy through caffeine, but instead giving myself proper rest, and also something to look forward to in the morning. So I don't dread waking up an hour earlier, because I so look forward to that time. That's me time, it's quiet time, it's bliss. And so now it's like a reward for me to wake up an hour early and get that me time in. So really quickly before I close with you, maybe take a minute to think about what is something that you could do for your body and your mind, some simple adjustment that you can make that could allow you to feel better. If you have a lot of anxiety, for example, be aware of how much caffeine you might be taking into your body, because it definitely affected my anxiety. I was revved up and didn't even realize it. And so I looked at that cup of coffee like a reward. But then, I wanted another one. And truth was, I just wanted something warm and cozy, so I can achieve that through a cup of herbal tea that doesn't jack me up, which is great. So what little adjustments can you make in terms of diet, fitness, sleep, me time, creating a schedule for you that really helps you work towards your goals? Not just a to-do list, but an actual schedule that you can see where you spend your time and where you need to spend more time, so that you're really supporting your own success by giving yourself blocks of time where you can accomplish things, even if it's just one step in the direction that you want to go. So I hope that this video finds you well. I'd like to do some more. They may not always be with makeup. And that is okay. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.